Sheffield United, Newcastle. Do you think that I was booming and ahhing? Newcastle, they're away. Can't trust them.
Sheffield United play well against City.
Football, we've got no clue, mate.
I thought they were unlucky in the first 20 minutes or whatever. The first couple of goals, they were a bit unlucky.
The first goal, I know it didn't cross the line. But
it's handball as well,
bounced up in Gordon's hand, didn't it? And I thought they had to...
I thought they were because it went directly to a goal.
Yeah, and in the build-up of the goal, it's not a goal.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And again, it's you can sound a little bit careless when you're like, oh, that could have changed things because they went and scored 7 more. But I think it's a little bit simplistic to ignore how the momentum builds.
Yeah.
So maybe...
And a lot of the players stopped. A lot of the players stopped as well in that when that happened.
Yeah, the obvious handball, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's so demoralising. And then that's where the mentality comes in, right?
Yeah.
And it just crumbles. Newcastle get a bit of a high. And they had 8 different scorers. It's not like...
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not like someone slapping a hat-trick or 2. 8 different goals.
That's even if the whole team scored a goal.
Mate, basically. Yeah. It's almost like everyone but a couple of defenders and a goalkeeper.
Do we think the manager's in trouble? He was one that was cussing the referees in that last week, isn't it? So
they're saying that Wilder's warmed up. They're warming up. He's stretching on the sideline.
Apparently the owner's talking to him.
So what? Are Newcastle back? Like, what we said?
I think it's hard to say, innit?
But in the last 5 games, they've lost 3. I mean, we're 6 games in. They've lost 3 and won 3. And
this result doesn't really...
We're saying that's good for Villa. Is that good enough for Newcastle?
But what I will say is that the last 3 games is 3 clean sheets. So I think they're going back to last season.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I think
the last 2 games have been clean sheets.
And then the one Europe as well. Yeah. So it was 3
Yeah.
games in a week and they never conceded a goal.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, and to be fair, they lost to Brighton, they lost to Liverpool, and they lost to City.
So that's 3 hard games.
So those are the 3 games they've lost. City, Liverpool, Brighton. I mean, again, when you look at it in the context of things, Brighton is a team that there's no shame to losing to.
No, not now anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a 3-1 loss. It wasn't a crazy battering. And they've beat Brentford. They've beat Sheffield United. Again, 2 games you expect them to win. So sometimes I think the sequence tells a narrative that sometimes isn't there. The sequence of games and who you play sometimes tells a narrative.
But you do have to beat some of the teams that that are going to be the harder games. Especially they're coming fourth Villa last year, so they need to...
They got that Villa game out of the way.
Yeah, and I think to the point made earlier, they made top 4 last season, right? Liverpool were out of the mix. A couple of teams were out of the mix. Liverpool are out as so far back in the mix. So that's probably the team whose place you took.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was
as Man United dropped out the mix.
Yeah, Man United dropped out of the mix.
Tottenham are back in it.
Yeah, Tottenham dropped out. So I think Arsenal and Newcastle took Liverpool and Tottenham's, So now Newcastle, let's see. Everyone's back in the mix. It's a 6-horse race almost. Let's see now. And then if you look going forward to their fixtures, let me see where they're going fixture-wise. They got Burnley at home.
Yeah.
West Ham away. Not a joke.
Oh, well, that's a real test.
And that's definitely a midfield battle I want to see because I don't know if I'm 100% sold on the Joe Linton, Guimaraes and
Tonali. Tonali didn't start on Saturday.
No.
What was it, Longstaff?
Yeah,
Longstaff.
he scored,
scored the first goal.
So, looking at Bruno and saying, okay, can you do it again this season? Joe Linton, is there a limit to your industry and getting around and being tall? Like, is there a limit, or can we see some more Brazilian?
Bruno just signed a contract last week as well, didn't he?
Yeah. That's asset protection, that one there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But it's interesting that Tonali never started.
I think he's been the best out of the 3 of them.
But is he trying to go back to last season? That why he's not starting?
I just think it's because it's Sheffield United. You played Milan midweek.
Yeah.
You got Sheffield United away.
Yeah.
Should be beating them.
The Prem and all that.
Yeah.
And then they've got Palace, Wolves away, then Arsenal. So you say what? Out of those 1, 2, 3, 4 games, you're expecting 10 points.
Yeah, I think that will tell us a lot about it.